4 in 10 Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency. It isn't because you don't make enough, it's because money keeps leaking out of your life. In this series, we uncover the 11 wealth-destroying habits that silently pull cash from your pocket, no matter how big your paycheck, and show you how to stop them. Get ready to take control of your finances.
So let's talk about why most Americans are broke. And the real reason, it might actually shock you. You see, you're doing everything you're supposed to. You're following the rules, right? You're buying the things they advertise, you're using the credit they're so happy to approve you for, and you're chasing that life they showcase everywhere. And that is precisely why you're broke.
Here's the shocking part. Every normal financial behavior in this country, I'm talking about the 7-year car loan, the 30-year mortgage on a starter home, all of it is basically a carefully constructed drain on your future wealth. It's designed that way. So you're not failing the system. The system is succeeding at failing you.
And let me just hit you with a number that should honestly terrify you. Right now, as we speak, 4 out of every 10 Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without having to go into debt. We're not talking $10,000, not even 5, just $1,000. And listen, this isn't just a minimum wage problem. This kind of financial fragility, it stretches across all income brackets. It's everywhere.
Okay, let's really dive into this, because being broke, it isn't really about how much money is coming into your account. No, it's about the systematic, wealth-destroying decisions that are designed to drain your finances faster than you can possibly replenish them.
And here's the real kicker, the thing that makes it so tricky. Most of these decisions, they feel completely normal. Why? Well, because everyone around you is making them too. It's just what people do. So today, we're going to dissect the specific behaviors that keep people financially stuck, and we're going to start with what's going on inside your own head. So this first group of problems, they're mindset traps. And it's so true. It is not about what's in your wallet. It's about what's happening between your ears that really sets the stage for absolutely everything else.
Just think about this question for a second. If your life is a road trip, where is your financial GPS set to? The crazy thing is, for most people, it's not set anywhere. They're just driving blind, operating without any clear financial direction. I mean, think about it. If you were planning a road trip across the country, would you just hop in the car and start driving randomly, hoping you'd end up where you wanted to go? Of course not. That's insane. Yet that's exactly how most people approach their finances.
They've got these vague hopes, like, oh, I want to be comfortable or I want to retire someday. But those aren't goals, they're wishes, they're daydreams. Without specific, measurable targets, every single spending decision becomes this big emotional tug of war. But when you have clear targets, like, I will eliminate $12,000 in debt by December, spending suddenly becomes a simple math problem. You just ask one question: does this purchase move me closer to my goal or further away? Simple.
And this gets at a really deep psychological trap. Social media, especially, has turned wealth into a performance. You see people leasing luxury cars they can't afford, buying designer clothes on payment plans, all to project this image of success. But the cruel irony, truly wealthy people, they often do the exact opposite. They understand a fundamental truth. The wealthy build actual assets. The broke perform wealth, and you absolutely cannot do both.
All right, let's move on to the next problem area, this spending habits. These are like tiny, invisible leaks that are slowly but surely sinking your financial ship. The most dangerous drains on your wallet don't even feel dangerous. They just feel normal. Let's take a daily $6.50 coffee. Seems small, right? Harmless? But that adds up to over $1,500 a year. Over a decade, that's more than $15,000 spent on coffee, which, if you had invested it, could have grown to roughly $22,000. That one small habit is a massive transfer of wealth right out of your pocket.
And this just perfectly illustrates the problem of flying blind. It's wild, but most people have a more detailed tracking system for their Netflix queue than they do for their own money. They get their paycheck, they make what feel like totally reasonable purchases, and then at the end of the month, they're just left wondering, where did it all go? It's death by 1,000 small transactions. I know someone who tracked their spending for just 1 month and discovered they were spending over $4,000 a year on food delivery. They had no clue.
Okay, let's get to the final set of problems. And these are the big ones, the fatal flaws in financial strategy. These are the structural mistakes that, if you don't fix them, they almost guarantee failure. The first fatal flaw is a total misunderstanding of debt. Most people can't tell the difference between the two types you see here. Good debt, that's debt that puts money in your pocket, like a mortgage on a rental property that's generating cash flow. But bad debt, That's the stuff like a 7-year car loan or credit card debt from a vacation you took last year. That stuff relentlessly takes money out of your pocket. Treating all debt like it's the same is a huge trap.
Next up is how you handle your paycheck. Now, the broke method is to pay everyone else first. The rent, the car loan, the credit cards, you pay all of them, and then you just hope that there's something left over for your own future. This approach is completely backward, and it guarantees that building wealth never becomes a real priority. The wealthy method, it flips the entire script.
This is the concept that changes everything. You have to pay yourself first, not last. Not maybe if there's something left. First. Before a single bill gets paid, a predetermined amount of money goes directly to your investment and savings accounts. You treat it just like any other non-negotiable expense, like rent. The money just disappears before you even have a chance to spend it, and pretty soon, you don't even miss it. So look, I know this can all feel a little overwhelming, but here's the honest truth. You don't need to fix everything all at once. You just need to pick one single area and commit to improving it. Breaking free from this trap, it really does start with just one single decision. The crucial part is to take action. So here are 3 incredibly simple steps you can take today. First, define one specific, time-bound goal. Not just save more, but I will save $8,000 for an emergency fund by September 2026. Second, automate just $50. Set up an automatic transfer to savings after each paycheck. The habit matters so much more than the amount. And third, track everything. For just 30 days, track every single dollar you spend. You can't fix what you can't see. And please, remember this uncomfortable truth. Wealthy people aren't smarter than you. They're not more disciplined than you are. They've simply developed better financial habits, and then they made those habits automatic through consistent practice. That's it. Every single person who has built wealth started with the exact same principles we've covered today. The system is designed to want you broke. It literally profits from your debt, from your consumption, and from your financial ignorance. Every low monthly payment scheme and credit card offers is just a tool designed to keep you financially trapped. But you can opt out. You can reject the normal behaviors that lead to normal broke results. The choice has always been yours. So the question is, what is the one decision you're going to make today to start your journey?
Yo, thanks for hanging with the Smart Piggy Bank. Tell us in the comments what big goal you're saving for. We love hearing your stories. Smash that subscribe and the bell.